Many thanks to Encountered Culture, AK, A Kenny. He was my man on the ground at SDCC 2026 and got me coverage at the con. So go give his YouTube channel a follow and I'll leave a link in the comments below. So let's kick things off with Jada Toys Invincible. And as you can see, we have a range of characters from the animated series upcoming in Jada Toys Invincible line. So let's get a roll call of Invincible characters on screen here. Prepare for battle. We have Kid Omni-Man, aka Oliver Brother to Mark Grayson, aka Invincible, Atom Eve, the love interest to Mark Grayson, Alan the Alien. An important character in the Coalition of Planets, Grand Regent Thrag, the big bad of the Invincible universe, Omni-Man Nolan, and Invincible himself, Mark Grayson in his classic costume, Conquest and Battle Beast. So have you been watching Invincible? It's pretty much an animated show which is on most people's radar now. I've been reading the comics since around 2016, I think so. I got into the comics late, but man, I have wanted good 6-inch Invincible figures forever. And of course, we did get those 7-inch Diamond Select ones, but they weren't great for articulation. These Jada ones, however, should have fantastic articulation. So we are looking at Wave 2 and 3 of Invincible as well as Wave 1. We can of course expect wide capes, plenty of good accessories and alternate head sculpts. So Wave 2 is Omni-Man, Atom Eve and Battle Beast, which makes Wave 3 regular costume Invincible, Alan the Alien and Grand Regent Thrag. And apparently due to the hype and excitement over the Jada Wave 1. Invincible figures, Jun from Jada said Jada decided to go ahead and show off both Wave 2 and Wave 3 of Invincible. And as you can see with both waves, we're going into the heavy hitter characters. And of course also thanks to Preternia, Toy Arc, Toy News International and more for these photos. And also video of course Encountered Culture as mentioned before. Now bear in mind these prototypes should look even better once we get these in hand. So we get to see Jada's version of Omni-Man in his most iconic look. And so if you don't have My Alien Dad, which is now incredibly popular and difficult to get, then Jada give us their option. And Atom Eve looks very well articulated, a plastic looking cape, and Battle Beast as an alternative to the more comic inspired Super 7 Ultimates Battle Beast. And the weapons for Battle Beast look good. Super 7 Ultimates Battle Beast will probably go with more weapons, but it's good to have options. So grab some snacks, get comfortable as we talk SDCC 2026 coverage on Tac Tac Toys. Grab some figures from the display, have a pose and play Yakka D-Yak. Here's your boy Tac Tac. And the unmasked head for Wave 3 Invincible should work with Wave 1 Invincible. I guess it will be a while before pre-orders for Wave 2 and 3. But I guess as Jada now see the hype and demand for this line, and also the fact Jada have increased their staffing and production capacity, we could see better wait times moving forward. So have you got any favourites from what we have seen from Jada Invincible? Let me know in the comments below. The plastic skirt on Thrag I hope doesn't hinder too much of the lower articulation. Jun said in SDCC interviews he had recently finished reading the Invincible comics, so he will be aware of the wealth of the roster of characters that will become part of the animated series and therefore characters that Jada could make as action figures. And if Street Fighter turned a lot of collectors' attention to Jada Toys, Invincible will certainly bring even more in. Street Fighter was Jada's first strike to put their name on the map as a serious player in the action figure collector market, and Invincible will build upon this legacy. And obviously the thing to bear in mind, these Invincible figures will be on new bodies which have a more import style of articulation. I mean, I thought the articulation on the Street Fighter figures was excellent, but this improves even on that. This is Jada's first superhero action figure line, and apparently Jada have been developing behind the scenes with figure waves. So it was easy for Jada to show off Wave 2 and 3, as apparently demand exceeded their expectations as mentioned before. Unique sculpting for each character, great for us collectors. Jun himself said he isn't good at reuse, which is great for us as collectors. Small figures, female figures, dog-like characters, it's all going on at Jada. And I mentioned My Alien Dad earlier, so if all this talk of 6-inch Invincible action figures is getting you pumped, you can check out my review of the Zoom Rig My Alien Dad review to get an in-depth look at a third-party Omni-Man. There's sort of a mix of all the best parts of Mafex and Revoltech, amazing Yamaguchi combined. And if you're enjoying this content so far, please don't wait 500 years to love the like button like a pet. Prepare the hype button for my arrival, and you can become a channel member for even more content. The entry-level pricing is the price of a cheeseburger. And I even have Invincible themed merchandise that you can check out if you like, and let everyone know that Earth might be yours to conquer. And Scooby Doo, where are you? Well, at Jada Toys, and hopefully in collector's hands soon. Before SDCC, collectors were asking where Wave 2 was at, but since SDCC 2026, we have had some updates. Hopefully Jada will get to do the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. Jada could actually make some amazing Looney Tunes or Hanna-Barbera figures in theory. Daphne and Fred in Series 3 and 4. Daphne with the sea monster, the ghost of Captain Cutler, I guess. And I think the sea monster will glow in the dark. I think Wave 3 goes up for pre-order in autumn or fall if you're in the US or Canada, and the Space Cook has a red dome that will be great in some toy photography, and the Headless Horseman, and the Zombie. And you might be wondering where Mega Man is. Well, you'll have a character you can pair up with your Jada Mega Man figures, Astro Boy. And so, yeah, nothing new for Mega Man revealed by Jada, and it does seem that's the case moving forward in the immediate future. But we have Astro Boy. And apparently Jada just approached the creators of Astro Boy, not expecting to get the license for action figures, but they said yes. It's a one-off, and then moving from Astro Boy we go to Strider. So that will go nice with a Marvel vs Capcom display, as will Mega Man. And speaking of smaller characters like Kid Omni-Man, Mega Man and Astro Boy, we have a new character from Cyberpunk. 2077 Edge-runners from the Netflix series, Cyberpunk from Jada combines some of their biggest characters with some of their smallest. Lots of details on this Cyberpunk new character. I believe he's from the upcoming Season 2. And then on to Guy and Adon from Street Fighter 1 and also in Alpha. And of course Storm Arena are working on Alpha characters. But those are very difficult to get hold of. And Sakura in the works. Lots of new characters in Alpha 3. I'd like Jada to make a Rolento. And striding forward with Jada, let's look at Strider. And Jada could also do some badass Cowboy Bebop figures. One-off characters from Jada sounds like something they're interested in, as well from the takeaways from interviews with John at Jada at SDCC. So new and exciting is Strider. This is the Strider 2 version for legal purposes. Articulation on Strider is like a mix between Invincible and Alpha by the sounds of things. And apparently the final product is going to be even better than the prototype shown here. And shout out to John at Jada for his candid and upfront responses at SDCC 2026 in interviews. And with that, let's get into shoutouts. List of YouTubers: Dan Who Reviews, Wolfpack Toy Review, and retailers Kapow Toys, Star Action Figures, Comics and Cocktails, Props and Replicas, In-Demand Toys, YouTubers Hero of Collectors, 1/6 Shooter, retailer The Whole Shebang, YouTubers Toy Picks, Cypher Sigma, Why So Serious Toys, Jay's Toy Collection UK, Infinity Equation, AC Toy Design, Robo Don't Know, Justin Collects, Retailer Emporium of Cool, YouTuber Chris Moxtra Games and Collectibles, Instagram Mikey Moonboots, Encountered Culture, John Complusive Collector, and Quinn Comics, and Figure Cave Collectibles, Instagram, and Agent Zeman, and the Gen Z Report on YouTube. So plenty of good stuff to check out there. And you can also feel free to check out some merchandise from the shop on the channel if you like. Own a piece of the Tac Tac Toys action. So hope you enjoyed this look at Jada Toys at SDCC 2026. Many thanks again to Kenny aka Encountered Culture. I'll drop a link in the comments below to his YouTube channel. I'd love a Jada Toys Space Ghost. I have a Mezco 112-1, but plenty to look forward to from Jada. Personally, for me, Invincible is an upcoming highlight. But make sure to have fun with your figures, pose and play with them. Take pics of them, have little battles, and until next time, look after each other and enjoy those flicks and figs.